back to A Dash of Gratitude. I'm gonna share with you what we're eating this week. And here is our weekly menu plan. I'm pretty new to planning out the weekly menu, but I found this to be extremely helpful and very, very awesome. Here's how I plan our menu for the week. I typically only focus on Monday through Friday dinner, and then Sundays I reserve for meal prepping breakfast. We are a homeschool family, so I try to be as organized and prepared as I can be so that our school mornings start out really nicely, and prepping breakfast does that for us. This week I'm gonna batch cook a giant batch of waffles. Most of them will go into the freezer. And then I'm gonna cook up some breakfast potatoes, probably diced with onions, maybe bell peppers, and then I'll scramble up a bunch of eggs. We have some like meal prep bowls with lids, so I'll divvy out the eggs into those bowls, probably put the breakfast potatoes and probably a waffle in there too. Sometimes we'll put in a slice or two of bacon or some sausage, so it just depends on what I have on hand and what the kids are kind of in the mood for, but I make the whole week's breakfast. It's worked out awesome. All right, on to dinner. Monday, we're gonna have meatloaf with roasted potatoes and vegetables. Tuesday, I'm gonna make shredded beef taco bowls. Wednesday, we're gonna have leftovers. Usually we cook enough food that we always have leftovers because we like to have them available for lunchtime, and also the people who work outside of the home who live here, Brandon and Olivia, they like to be able to take leftovers for lunch to work as well. Thursday, we're gonna grill. Brandon's gonna do steaks. I'm gonna make baked potatoes, and I'm planning to have black bean and corn salsa, which will be left over from Taco Tuesday for the shredded beef taco bowls. Friday, I'm gonna make teriyaki pork tenderloin with roasted vegetables. And of course, I'm planning for it to be Brownie Friday, so we're gonna make brownies as well on that day. Saturday, we're having family birthday dinner night out. One of our family members is having a birthday, and so we're excited to go and celebrate with her. Anyway, this is what we've got this week. If you're curious about this setup here on the fridge, I just have this suction cup hook, and it's holding this sheet protector. It's got a little hole in the top. This sheet protector I found at Target in the dollar spot years ago. I bought a whole stack of them to go into our homeschool supplies, and they have come in handy a lot. Now, I just searched for the menu itself on Pinterest. I searched free weekly menu printable, and there were several options that came up. I like this one the best because it was simple and direct and to the point. I printed it off, slipped it into this protector, and then to write on it, you could use like a dry erase marker, but I really prefer the wet erase markers. You just write on there. I like how it's a fine tip. It's really nice. And then to erase, you just take like a damp paper towel or a cloth and it erases right off. But if someone just brushes up on it or rubs down on it, it's not going to smear or erase or anything like that. So this system is awesome. It works really well for our family. I hope that providing these dinner ideas will inspire you to maybe cook something new, or maybe it'll just remind you of a meal that you've made already that you want to make again. Sometimes it's so hard to get inspiration to cook dinner. So the point of me posting this video is to share some inspiration with you. All right, let's get into this dinner inspiration. We love a good meatloaf. It's such a good comfort food, and it's so easy to prepare. And these vegetables, both the broccoli and cauliflower and carrots and the potatoes, I've roasted at the same time in the oven. I'll put the directions down in the description box. This was so good. And here is the seasoning blend that I used. This was the first time we used the Kinder's meatloaf. It was so good. This meal was delicious. Everybody loved it. I actually made 2 meatloaves, even though I only showed one. I topped one with ketchup and one with barbecue. Both were really, really good and made for excellent leftovers. I got a recipe from my friend Betsy that looks so good, and I'm about to put it together for the first time. I am modifying it just a little bit. Her recipe called for corn off the cob, but I'm just taking the easy route. I'm using some canned corn, but the rest of it is pretty much following exactly what she suggests. I will type out her recipe in the description box below. Look at that perfect avocado. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. I'm making this black bean and corn salsa to go along with our shredded beef taco bowls for dinner tonight. And I've got the beef in the crock pot over right there, and it's been cooking all day. It smells so good. But what I did was I took some stew meat, put it in the crock pot with a jar of salsa and a couple packs of taco seasoning, and it's just been cooking all day. And my hope is that the stew beef will be tender enough to shred, and then we will use that to assemble our taco bowls. There's a hurricane coming into Florida, I'm sure everyone knows, but we live in South Carolina and we are getting some of the storms from the hurricane. So it's looking pretty dark outside. There's Robbie. Are you excited about taco bowls for dinner tonight? Yes?
We're gonna have to make a fort in the hallway.
Oh, make a fort in the hallway?
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime there's a big storm where...
We make a fort in the hallway. Bring screens.
Robbie and Serena like to bring the lantern and their Nintendo Switch and a couple of books and water bottles and snacks. That's what they typically do.
We do eat snacks in there.
When it's a storm day. I'm gonna go ahead and press this lime juice on top of the avocado so it may prevent it from getting brown. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I love fresh citrus. I think I'm gonna use these 2 whole limes. We really like lime juice. And it just adds that beautiful, fresh element to any dish. I know it's gonna be good in this one. So here's what it's looking like so far. And I drained the corn and I rinsed and drained the black beans. I'm only going to use like a quarter of this red onion. Red onion's not my favorite. It's really strong to me. And I'm actually doing like half of the recipe. So I figure a quarter of the onion is probably fine. And yeah, like I said, it's just kind of strong to me. Another thing about this recipe is it calls for a bunch of cilantro, and while I absolutely love cilantro, it's not Brandon's favorite. So I'm gonna just add it to mine and leave it off the whole dish. Now, I'm still loving this food chopper. It's so amazing. Look at that. So easy. All right, I'm gonna add this in. Now, red onion does add a beautiful color. All right, I'm going to core these and try to get out some of the juice. There's some seeds and juice. I'm just gonna get some of it out, not all of it, but so I just hollowed out some of those seeds. And I'm gonna cut this guy in half. Let's see what this does. I don't know if I like that a lot. What? He's already out, so just let him in.
Okay.
I mean, that's all right. Thank you. Maybe I should have used a larger chop on that. I don't love that.
Yeah.
So the rest I'm going to chop by hand. Every recipe I've ever gotten from Betsy always come through 100%. She always finds the best recipes, or she just makes them up herself, and I'm telling you, she knows what she's doing. So obviously I'm doing a rough chop here. Oh my goodness, friends, it is looking so dark outside. When I get this done, I'll have to show you what it's looking like out there. Oh, holy goodness. This is beautiful. Next, we're going to salt, pepper, and a pinch of cayenne. Oh, and she says sometimes she'll add more lime juice and salt and pepper the next day. That's a good tip. Wow, this looks so good. Next, we're gonna add some salt. I like to use Redmond's real salt. And I'm just gonna add a pinch and a half. And then pepper, and I just have coarse ground black pepper. I'm gonna add a cup, maybe a pinch and a half as well. This is what I'm using today. I'm just gonna use a little dash because cayenne is so good for you. Oh my gosh, the wind outside is picking up. Woo! Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna give that a stir. This is gonna go so well with our dinner tonight. Look at how beautiful that is. This is gonna be delicious. I cannot wait to try it. This dish was absolutely delicious and full of flavor. Everybody had a clean plate. It was so good. And the beef did shred. I was just so hungry. I didn't want to take the time to shred it, but it was so tender, cooked to perfection. Brandon did steaks on the grill tonight, and I did Instant Pot baked potatoes. They're coming in with the steaks, but I love making baked potatoes in the Instant Pot. It's so easy. On top of them, we'll do butter, sour cream, shredded cheese, and then I always love to add this buttery steakhouse from Kinder's onto the baked potatoes. This makes it so good. This also is really, really good on potato soup. Yummo. Brandon really did a fantastic job on these sirloin steaks. He grilled 2 large ones, and we just split them up among the 5 of us. They were really, really tasty. I will be sure to include details on all the recipes in today's video in the description box below. Be sure to check that out. Is it good?
It's cold.
It's cold? What's it taste like?
The real Dr. Pepper drink.
The real Dr. Pepper drink?
Here, look at it. Looks kind of like coffee.
It does look kind of like coffee. Yum. Enjoy. Hey y'all, it's Friday, and on Fridays around here we like to keep things minimal and easy and very casual, as easy as we can. So I wear my glasses today to let my eyes rest. Usually I wear contact lenses. I'm just about to get started on dinner, and I wanted to show you what I've got going on. So I'm making a pork loin, and I will link below my inspiration recipe that I'm loosely following for this. It looks really good. I've never made it before. So it will be linked below, but it's a teriyaki pork loin, or the recipe is actually a teriyaki pork tenderloin, but I don't have a tenderloin. I have just a regular loin. I'm really excited to give this a try. It looks really good, and I have most of the ingredients, so that makes it even better. Let me show you what I've got. In this bag, I have a 4-pound boneless pork loin. I'm going to marinate it for maybe an hour with this General Tso's sauce. I got both of these sauces here from Aldi. Anyway, I'm going to marinate the meat, and then I'm going to discard all the marinade and just cook the meat in the oven. And then I'm going to top it with this teriyaki sauce in the end. It's going to be so, so good. Alongside, I might make some rice to go with, and then I'm also going to prepare, these are also from Aldi. I just got them, and they look really good. It's ready to roast carrot and sweet potato. And let's see, it's seasoned with sea salt, garlic, rosemary, brown sugar, and pepper. So today, as I'm filming, it is September 1st. So it's feeling a little fallish outside. So I thought this would be really nice, kind of bringing in those fall vibes. And Robbie and I made this pan of brownies. It's just a simple Ghirardelli's brownie mix. You can't go wrong. It's our favorite brownie, and it smells so good in here. I went ahead and took a big knife and just sliced that pork loin down the middle. So now we have two smaller tenderloin type shapes. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's okay to do, but I did it in my kitchen, my rules. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and add the marinade. And I am going to cover this and put it in the fridge for at least an hour. This teriyaki pork tenderloin recipe was absolutely amazing. So full of flavor, and those roasted veggies were also very, very good. Highly recommend this meal as well. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope it brought you some inspiration on things you can make in your own kitchen. Please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for adding a dash of gratitude to your day. We'll see you on the next video.